Right, just see who is coming in. Just realised I haven't even put my lippy on today. Never mind, we'll be fine. How are we all? Just bringing everyone up. There we go. Hello, Lorraine. I know a lot of you are going to be tuning in this afternoon. I've had some lovely messages, so it should all be good. And what will usually happen is I won't see any of the comments, so bear with me, but I will answer them all afterwards, so that'll be good. So let's see who we've got. Jules is in as well. And I think over at Pink Frog page, there's lots as well. So yes, this is a Pink Frog Live this afternoon. Hello, Jacqueline. So today I'm going to be looking at making hard covers for your Pink Frog memory books. So who has bought the Pink Frog memory books in the past? It's right, I'm just gluing together a quick hinge just to share with you. So I know a lot of you have bought the Pink Frog memory book kits, and the fabulous Pink Frog team, because we're going to actually be looking at the memory book kits, well, we're expanding on the kits. Hello, Gwen. Mrs. Pink Frog is in the house as well, and I see Caroline's there. We've got Kimberly on the keyboards to answer any questions while I'm crafting along if I don't see them. So what they've done today is we've got a special offer, haven't we, Kimberly? Kimberly will put up the special offer, I am sure. But also just to let you know, we're now in April. So check out your Pink Frog newsletters, please, because you've got a new 10% discount code there that you're going to need for, did I say August? April. Oh, the sun's getting to me. I've had to block the sun out the craft room. April, before they start shouting at me. So yes, we're in April. So you need to check out your Pink Frog newsletter because you will have your discount code in there for April. And you're going to need that to get all these fabulous deals. So you will have seen as well, if you've had your email, we are doing not one, but 4 buy one, get one frees. So you're going to get 4 buy one, get one frees at the moment. And we've got the A6 watercolour card. So you're going to get 200 sheets instead of 100 for £9.99. So that works out about 5p a sheet. You're going to get your stencil film. I did say April. Thank you, Jacqueline. I thought I was going mad and thinking August. Your stencil film that Claire used on Monday, you're going to be getting is £12.99, and you're going to be doubling up on that because it's buy one get one free. So it's going to work out as 65p a sheet, which is fabulous because when you think it's 12 by 12, you can cut that down into 4, make 4 6x6 stencils. So great deal as well. Grey board. Now I'm going to be using grey board today because we're going to be making hard covers for our books. So I've got the fabulous grey board. Now the grey board is £20, but you get your 20 sheets, but it works out because you get your buy one get one free, it's 50p a sheet. But if you're savvy and use your discount code as well, you can get an extra 10% off. Okay, so you've got that as well. We've also got the self-adhesive Miri, which Claire used again on Monday. I've got mine behind me. See if I can grab it. There we go. Oh, going to probably drop everything off. That lovely adhesive gold Miri. Okay, so we've got that on the offer as well. So you're going to get your extra sheets there. So I think you're going to get 10 sheets in total. It works about 40p a sheet. So these buy one get one free deals are really good and definitely worth topping up on anything that you're low on or want to use. That's the other good thing about it, because these are your staples you're going to use all the time. Now, talking about newsletters, you know, in March we did a prize draw. For anybody ordering in March, we'll get a £25 voucher to spend off anything off the Pink Frog website. Well, we've emailed the 4 lucky winners. and only one person has responded. So until you respond, please do respond. So check your Pink Frog emails, because you may be a winner from the March draw. So please check those out. Okay. The other product I'm going to be using this afternoon is the Quick Stick. So this is our double-sided adhesive. Okay, this comes in A4 sheets, and you get 5 sheets in a pack, and this works out at £5.50 before you add your 10% discount. But this is really good, and I'm going to show you how you're going to use that this afternoon as well. I think that's all my housekeeping. So I think without further ado, we will make a start and start adding some hard covers. Now, today's Facebook Live for Pink Frog is all going to be about adding hard covers to our Pink Frog memory books. So these are our Pink Frog memory books. You get them in the kits, and Pink Frog have them on their website in kits as well. And Kimberly, I'm sure, will share a lovely code that you could use as well. So there's the Pink Frog kits. So this is the portrait landscape. So with the portrait landscape, I've got the large. You can make it into a landscape version, which looks like that. Or you can make it into a portrait version that looks like that. So at that same kit, you can make 2 totally different styles of books. So that's the portrait landscape. We've also got the 6x6 or size 6, the square memory books. These come in an array of colours, so do check out the website. So these are the actual kits from Pink Frog. Okay, and we've also got, I haven't got one with me, the 8x8 as well. Okay, but what I'm looking at today is when we make these don't have a chipboard cover on them. We're just doing these with the fabulous card from Pink Frog. But with the addition of adding chipboard, you can take your project even further. So let's take our project even further today, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways of adding chipboard to your memory book kits from Pink Frog. Okay, so you need those kits. So straight away, I think I'm going to get you down on the desk. Now, who has been savvy and popped over to the Pink Frog website already and downloaded their PDF? So if you sign up, you can download the PDF. This has been created just for you guys. So I've done the 3 sheets. So you've got the 6x6 and the 8x8 memory book. You've also got your portrait landscape in the large and also in the medium. And I'm doing the 2 different styles. So this is your cutting and scoring guide. So you don't have to worry about me rattling off lots of measurements for you. Oh yes, Kimberly's just reminded me as well. So from today until 12 o'clock on the 8th, Pink Frog are offering, if you purchase any of the memory book kits off their website, a brilliant offer of 10% off. So you're going to get 10% off your kits. So if you need to top up on your kits, and hopefully when I share with you today, you'll be wanting to do even more because they are addictive. Okay, and I am also offering a deal on my Dawn's Inspirations website of the online workshop. So if you're more a visual learner and want to do step-by-step with me, there's also my online workshop, and there is a deal on there as well. So you can check that out. So we're giving you lots of offers. So without further ado, I'm going to bring you on the overhead. Hope I haven't knocked it. And we're going to get this chipboard cut. Okay, so let me just flip the camera around and put it up in my holster just here without giving you too much of a headache. So So who has been savvy and got hold of their PDFs already? So as I say, I've done the PDFs there for you, because you know the memory book kits are in a collaboration with myself and Pink Frog with the fabulous cardstock. So you've got your PDFs there. I'm going to show you 2 different covers today. We are going to look at a wraparound cover. So this is one half. This is a wraparound cover. And this style of board book or board cover, hard cover, works if you're making your books from scratch. So we're going to be looking at the wraparound cover. So that's the first one. The second one I want to share with you, and this is if you've already made your books, is going to be this one here, which I've called the back to back one. So this has got the boarding. This one hasn't. We'll attach this. And this is called your back to back. So even if you've got a book that's finished, you can still add your chipboard. So let's get, or chip, I keep saying chipboard, grey board. They'll be shouting at the screen at me. Grey board, Dawn. So let me get my grey board out. So this is nice thick grey board, but this grey board can still be cut with a trimmer. Now, we had a lady message, or someone message on the Pink Frogs Inspirations Facebook page, asking about the trimmer, and she's having trouble getting her arm out. So this is the trimmer that she's looking at. This is the Crafter's Companion one that Pink Frog sell. Okay, so this is the arm of your trimmer, and all you've got to do is just pull it out like that. Now, to start with, when they're brand new, it is hard. You can see where it joins along the back here. So just literally put your finger there. Sorry, you can't see. Let me come down a little bit. Pop your finger on here and then just pull it open. It can be a bit stiff when you first start, but it's got to be stiff so when it goes back, it stays there, because otherwise it's going to keep waggling around. So just put, I'm holding it here, I've got my finger here, and just pull. And then it comes out. And that's as easy as it is. Now, when you pull this out to cut your card, make sure it's clicked. Can you listen? You've got that click. It's clicked into position, so everything is nice and straight for cutting. Okay. Now, I'm not going to start off with using that trimmer. I'm bringing in my old trimmer, my older trimmer, my Fiskus. I like to use this for my grey board because it's got a deeper channel. But what I'm going to show you with your grey board, you can do with any of your paper trimmers. So don't think, oh, if I'm going to add a grey board that's quite thick, okay, it's 2,000 microns, which is thickness because it's grey board. You don't have to use a craft knife, is what I want to get across to you. You can use your trimmer. Please use an old blade. Don't use a brand new blade, because the grey board is that thick, you're going to damage a brand new blade. So I always like to keep an old blade. So I just keep this trimmer purely now for cutting my my grey board. Then I know exactly what I'm using. So I'm going to be looking at the 8x8 wrap cover first. So I've got my grey board and I'm looking at my cutting and scoring guide, and I'm going to cut this down to 20 centimetres by 20 centimetres. So I've just done a cut down. I'm going to do another one. Now, because this grey board is so thick, you're not going to get through the whole thing in one go. So just turn it over, pop it back in your trimmer and do it again. And you'll find once you've done it on both sides, there you go, it just falls apart. Okay, so that's why using the measurements comes in handy. So you can see, even with an old blade, I've not got too much tearing on there at all. Now this needs to be square, so I now need to turn it and cut the other side as well at 20 centimetres. I'm not going to reel off too many measurements because I don't want to complicate you, but all the measurements are on the PDFs for all of your Pink Frog memory books. So again, cut both sides, it just breaks away. So can you see straight away, no craft knife, no ruler, no plasters needed. You can just go in with your trimmer. So that is absolutely perfect. Now, when we're doing a wraparound cover, okay, so if I bring this in here, this is one I made a long time ago, but can you see this version is going to work for any album that you want to create? All right, so we're going to bring our trimmers in. I've already cut my cardstock. To do a wraparound, you are going to need extra cardstock to what you do have in your memory book kit. Particularly when you're looking at the 8 by 8 inch size, you will have to use some 12 by 12 inch card. So I've cut mine down. So this, you're going to need 2 covers because you need 2 sides of a book. So you're going to need 2 covers that are 26 centimetres by 28. And I've already cut that ahead of time. So I've got my cover. I'm going to just share one side with you because I've already made one side. And I want to sort of move things along because I want to show you both sort of ways of doing it. So that is going to be the base of your cover. That's your chipboard. And then you're going to need another piece or 2 pieces. And this is going to be measuring 20 centimetres by 23. And we've done a little score line in here. So the next thing we need to do is to bring our scoreboard in. So let me bring my centimetre scoreboard in. So this is what I call the top cover. So this is the top cover that is going to wrap around and keep everything safe, because grey board is a recycled product. So obviously it's not acid and lignin free. And that is why if you're going to use it in your memory books, you need to cover it, because when we talk about memory books, we talk about using photo glue, we talk about using your EVA glue. It's all acid and lignin free. So this is why we need to cover this. So the top cover, we are going to score on the long side at 3 centimetres, which I have already done. Okay, and you know what I'm going to tell you when you've done that. Give it a little burnish. Okay, so that's the first part. And then the bigger one that we've got, okay, so this is your 28.5. That doesn't look square to me. 28.5, no, it's not. Let me check with my trimmer. That doesn't look square. By 26. So let me just... Oh, yes, I'm just a little bit out there. Let me take that fraction off. And let me check that size now. There we go. So it's 28.5. There we go. Right. So we'll start with the short side, which is your 26. So we'll have the short side at the top of your scoreboard, and you're going to score this on the short side at 2.5. Let me bring that down so you can see. 2.5 centimetres and 23.5 centimetres. Now you could make this as big or as not as you want, but that's the measurements I've popped in here for you. You're then going to score on your long side at 5 centimetres and 26 centimetres. Okay, and that is all your scoring done on there. And then you know what I'm going to tell you to do. Yes, we're going to have a little burnish. So just get all those lines nice and crisp. Now, I first used this way of covering books when I did my 2023 retreat, and it was something that I was playing with, and all will become clear as we start to join things together. Okay, so we've done all our burnishing. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is we've got to do some mitering. Now, people do get worried about doing a little bit of mitering. Don't get too hung up about it. If you take a ruler, can you see where the cross happens on your where we've done the 2 scores just here? Okay, if I can, wonder if my pencil will show up. You can do yourself a pencil line, you can cut it freehand, whatever you choose. But if not, if you just lay your ruler on so you can see that cross line, and just do yourself a pencil line. And then if you get your scissors, it just saves using special tools. And then we just cut that across. And then if you fold it, now can you see that's just a little bit over, but I'm going to leave that because that will be okay. So you get your mitre, and that is how you make a mitre. Very easy to do, and this is why some people don't like hard covers, because there's sort of, oh, there's too much maths involved, or I've got to buy another special tool. You haven't got to buy another special tool. Just need a ruler and a pencil, and you'll be absolutely fine. That one I brought down a little bit too much, so I'm going to go across that way, and you've got your mitre. Okay. Now, the other thing I also want you to mitre, or actually we can, what did I do with the other one? Put it down here. Yes. What we're going to do with this one, now this side, we've kept our tabs on. Okay, this one we're going to cut our tabs off. So you're just going to cut that up and cut your tab away. So it's like having a positive and a negative. All right. And then what I want you to do is to do a slight little mitre on these 2 sides just here. So you're going to have one that side and one that side. Okay, so that's the start of our book. We're now going to bring in our special ingredient, which is our Quick Stick. So this is Pink Frog Quick Stick. This is absolutely a game changer with anything like this. It's absolutely fabulous. A few of you are joining in. Don't worry if you're late. This will be here back to watch, and also Kimberly puts it over on the Pink Frog YouTube channel for you to watch as well. So this is our double-sided adhesive. Okay, so we're going to stick this to our grey board. So I'm just going to move that part out of the way to start with. Let's peel back the corner. This is where it decides it's not going to come away very easily. Oh, it's behaving, look. So this is our Quick Stick. Now, Quick Stick, it's like it says on the tin. It's very sticky, just to warn you. I would say this is on a par with red line tape, if not a little bit more than red line tape. And we're going to stick this to our grey board. So just take your time. Also, please, please do not get hung up if you don't get it down first time in the right place, or you've got a wrinkle. It is very forgiving, and I'm going to show you how. Now, already I've got my hands stuck underneath at the bottom. So I've just stuck that side on. I'm going to peel this back. Now, I'm not going to waste this because you're going to use every little piece of this. Okay. So you can use every single piece of this, and I would recommend that you do. Okay. So I've just stuck that covering back down. Go in with your scissors, and then you can just cut that piece along there. We'll cut that away, because basically that's a good piece of double-sided adhesive, so we'll keep that. So that's on there. This side, what you can do is just go in with your nail, and if you haven't got a nail, you can go in with your bone folder and just tear it. Okay, that's your carrier sheet. And actually, don't throw this away either. You know what I'm like. You're not going to throw anything away. This is absolutely brilliant. If you use our Pink Frog Masket and you've lost your film that goes on the back, or you want to make little masks, this is brilliant for sticking your masks of your masket on to store them. So don't throw that away either. Just saying. And then you're going to cut this piece off here. So let me just go in with my scissors. Okay, so now we've got our quick stick on one side of our grey board. Okay, so that's on there all ready to go. We're now going to stick the grey board onto here. However, before we do that, we're going to do a little trick, because you've got your top cover. So this isn't an extra page. It could be an extra page, but this is going to flap over the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick that in the bottom. You're going to fold all these pieces in, and then this is going to go over the top. Okay, this is how we're going to work. So the first thing I want you to do is to peel back a little bit of your quick stick, making sure it's adhered to your grey board. There we go. So you're going to peel back just a little bit, because we need to stick this onto it. Okay, so this is the top piece. You're going to line this up. Now, sometimes I like to do another score line, but it depends on the width of your grey board. But again, I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible for you. So we've got it lined up with this side of the grey board. Okay, so it's exactly where we need it to be. Okay, and then you're just going to roll this piece over. And you're going to then just give that a burnish down and just burnish along that seam as well. So this is created, well, it's part of the wraparound cover. Okay, so I call this one the wraparound. Okay, so that goes on there. Now I'm going to bring in some of my, because I need a stick on here now. I could use some of this. Yeah, let's use that. I'm keeping 3 bits for the other side, but that'll be fine. So I won't use my red line. We'll use this because we've got this free. So I'm going to cut myself some 2-inch or 2 centimetre, I should say, pieces of quick stick. If there's any questions at all, please just ask away. Kimberly's on the keyboard, so she can help with any questions, or I will come in later on and just answer any questions as well. So I've got 4 strips there, about 2 centimetres. But again, don't be hung up about size. Please, please. Don't be too hung up about it. So we just peel this backing off here when it comes off. There we go. See, it's not easy finger lift like the easy finger lift tape, is it? And I'm just going to pop that onto that edge. Okay. And then I need to trim that piece off because that's too long. Right, I'm keeping these 3 to one side. We will be using them. So we're bringing our cover now, and we'll get this stuck down. Now when you put this down, you will notice that your score lines are bigger than your grey board. This is because this is a wraparound cover. Now, lots of people in the past, when you had the score line right up to the grey board and you put it across and it ripped and you ruined it, this takes all that away. This will take everything of that away for you. This is all part of it. So let me peel the backings off here. And I'm just going to peel the whole thing off. And let me just stand up. So bear with while I just line this up. And then you're going to line it up so you've got a gap all the way around the edge. And then when you're happy, plonk it down. And then I like to just flip it over and just burnish that with your bone folder. Because what having the quick stick has done now, it's that quick stick means that grey board is nice and flat and smooth on your cardstock. Okay, you haven't got any rippling, you haven't got any because you've used strips of tape, got none of that. It's all nice and flat. So if I bring that up to the camera, can you see you've got your score lines and your grey board, and you've got a gap all the way around, and that is what I want to see from you. That is everything that you're going to see. I'm just checking that is in shot. Yes, it is. You can see the grey board, you can see your score lines, and you've got that channel all the way around. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Now let's take these strips, because this could help us out. We could use these. I could be using my red line tape. I could be using my double-sided adhesive. It doesn't matter. I mean, I could be keeping this for another project, but I'm thinking, while we've got quick stick, let's just use it. So we'll take that off there. So I'm just going to take the backing off when it comes free. This is where you see if they had easy finger lift, quick stick would be fine. But then if it came away easily, it wouldn't be as sticky and adhesive as we would like. So I'm just going to pop a strip on that part. And I'll just cut that end off. I'm going to put one on here. I could use, as I say, my easy finger lift, my red liner, whatever you wish. But when you're making memory books, the thing is you want them to last. This is what this is all about. So that's the nice thing about it. And this is going to encapsulate that grey board that isn't acid and lignin free as well. All right. So now the quick stick is on a delayed dispatch. It's winging its way to Pink Frog, and it will be with them on Friday. So if you want to get your hands on it and you've placed your order for quick stick, the orders will be going for that out on the Friday. So if you've placed an order with, say, a memory book kit, the chipboard and the quick stick, everything will come out to you in one order, but it will be after Friday. So just to let you know that. Okay, so there's no problems at all. So again, see, I've got a crease. Don't worry about it. Don't be hung up about it. Just use it. Just go with it. Now, before I do take the backing off this, just roll your top and bottom down and just make sure your miters are enough to get that nice corner. Mine are perfect. That's fine. I'm happy with that. So I can go ahead and start sticking this down. Where should we start? Let's start up this end. So let's take that one off. Let's take that one off. And let's take this one off. So I've given you the measurements for the large portrait landscape, the medium portrait landscape, your 8 8" and your 6" memory books as well. Okay, so you've got all those measurements that you are going to need. Okay, so let me put that one down, so you've got that nice mitre. And then we'll put the last one down. So what we're doing is we're rolling it round, we're wrapping it round. So the chipboard isn't going all the way to the edge. You can see it slightly there. You've got that little gap. But please, please do not worry. If I will bring in a share with you an album I made last year, and you'll see it works. I made this 2 years ago at the retreat. It works. So now we need to stick this one down to here. Now this is where you can think, right, am I going to use another sheet of Quick Stick, which I could quite easily use another sheet of Quick Stick. Unfortunately, I've only got 2 now left in my packet, so I'm not going to. So this time I'm going to go in with some red line tape and some glue. Okay, so I'm giving you various options, but the main thing is you are adding hard covers to your existing Pink Frog memory book kits. So as you know, they come in an array of colours. If you would rather speak to somebody in the office when ordering, please feel free to do so. They're quite happy to take your orders over the phone. And if you signed up for the 10% newsletter as well, they will take that discount off you if you quote that as well. So please don't ever feel that you can't order with people, because we're always more than happy to help. So let's just give our red line a burnish, because by burnishing it, what you're doing is you're pushing the fibres of the glue from the adhesive into the fibres of your paper. Okay, now normally, yes, I would go in and I'll do another sheet of Quick Stick. If you're really doing something very special, that's exactly what you do. But I'm running out, so I'm going to, because I'm waiting for my delivery too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my red liner, because that's super duper strong. So we take those 3 off. And I've got my EVA here. Now, Quick Stick can also be used, you know, when you're die cutting little words or flourishes and you don't want to glue them all down. That's another way you can use Quick Stick. You can actually attach it to the cardstock you want to die cut out of and then die cut. So we've got our red liner, we've got our glue, and we're just going to fold that over. It will find its spot. And there you go. So we've now encapsulated all that grey board. So it's not going to harm anything, because it's all encapsulated in our acid and lignin free Pink Frog cardstock. Even down to the edge here, it's all coated. It's got its little jacket on. And then to put this into the book, or to create this into a book, you've got your positive and your negative. So you're just going to line the 2 together, and before you stick it together, you're going to just fold these 2 flaps and make sure you don't have too much. I've got a little bit of bumping going on here I'm not happy about, so I'm just going to take a little bit more off that one and a little smidgen more off that one. Okay, so then we can go in and stick this down. So I'm using EVA. Now, this is where you're probably shouting at the screen, saying, but you haven't put any chipboard in the spine, Dawn. No, I haven't put any chipboard in the spine. You don't need to. This is where this design of mine works really well, because you don't have anything tearing. So we're going to just fold that one over onto that one. make sure it butts up. So you're going to, this is really very similar to what you've got when you put the book together, or like when you watch my online workshop. Okay, just making sure that's all straight. Give that a good burnish. Okay, I haven't mited these two pieces, so we will. Just spotted that. So the next thing you're going to do is to glue your little flaps down. Now straight away, your spine is now no longer, I think this is 290 or 295 GSM. You've doubled it up, but we haven't finished yet. So we're going to pop that onto there, fold that over there. Now I'm doing this on the square book, the 8-inch. The same principle applies for your landscape, your portrait. It's all exactly the same. And then you're just going to take a strip of card just to cover over the top. So you're putting another layer. So we're already looking at nearly 900 GSM on your spine. So lots of glue. Okay. So that has now created a lovely hard cover for your size 8 memory book. So there you go. That is your cover done. That's the spine. That's just as sturdy as the sides. And then all you would be doing is taking your hinge as normal, gluing that on the top of there so you've got even more GSM, and then you can create your book. Okay, I won't glue that in because I'm conscious of time. So that is your wraparound cover. So this works exactly the same on any of them. Your landscape, your portrait, it works the same. Okay, so that's your wraparound. So now let me quickly share with you the other version. So what if you've already made your Pink Frog books, or you've already got your Pink Frog books made up? So if you have already got your books made up and you're thinking, oh, well, I'd really like, this is a really nice book, I want to add my chipboard cover onto this, not a problem. We can do what I call the back-to-back version. So again, we're just going to go, oh, my double-sided tape is just sticking to me. This is my easy finger lift, that's just sticking to my other pieces. So we just go to we're doing the large landscape. Oh, no, that's medium. So let's go to large landscape. So I need my chipboard for this one. So let me check my measurements. So I've got, where are we doing? Back-to-back version. Back-to-back version. So we've got 19 centimetres. By 14 centimetres. So this is going to go onto here. Okay, so this time what I'm going to do, because we're doing a back-to-back, so I've lost my, oh dear, oh there it is, my quick stick. I thought I'd lost it already. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to stick this whole cover onto here. Now, if you're you don't want to stick it onto there straight off, you don't have to, but I'm going to just stick it onto there. You could cut it to size and stick it on. But I want this all the way round because I want a good stick with the grey board and the top coat. All will come clear. So, in fact, I could have done it. Let me show you this way around. So let me just get the back off this. Let me get into here. So for the landscape, I think you'll get away with one sheet for one album. So let me share it this way with you. So let's do like we did before. Let's pop this onto here. So it's very easy to use. Don't be frightened of quick stick, even though it is very sticky. Okay, so don't be frightened of it, because it is brilliant stuff. And as a seasoned memory book maker and designer, I can assure you it's definitely one of my go-tos. So I'm just going to trim off that edge. Keep that, because I can always use that. I've got a little bit sticking out, but that's fine. Just don't be hung up about it. That's fine. So, burnishing tool. Okay, then we will take that off there. Now you're going to stick this down this time. I'm going to put it up this way. Can you see you've got a channel that's bigger all the way round? Because this is a back-to-back. We've got to stick the top cover onto the bottom cover. Okay, so this is my existing book that's made. So I'm going to flip that over and just line that up so you've got that all the way around. Got my book all intact. Just give that a good burnish down. Okay, so that's nicely stuck onto there. Let me get some. Oh, I've got some green here big enough. No, I haven't. Let me get a piece of green there. That might be big enough. I need a piece of the top card now. That is, no, that is not going to be big enough, Dawn. So let me take a piece of green, because we're doing a green book. Okay, so this needs to be, for the back-to-back, 21 centimetres by 15. So let me just bring in that paper trimmer. So this time, because you're doing a back-to-back, you can get away with using the cardstock that you have in your kits if you've got any spare. I know you have one spare sheet you use for your hinge, but you also have some A4 in your kit left at the end. No, that's not the right size. I needed 16. What am I like? What am I like? Have I got any bigger in the green? Yes, I have. See, having all my storage made. Now, if you missed that Facebook Live, having all my storage made has been a great bonus, because I can go straight away behind me and they're all in a shelf. When I turn the camera around, I will share with you what it looks like. So just bring that in there, and let me just check the measurement of that. I think that's 16, because that's the cover, 16. There we go. So you feel that click when you pop that back in its spot. Okay. So I know why I was looking at, yeah, that is the right one. Yeah, it is right, yeah. Questioning myself now. So I've got the other half of this sheet here, which should just about fit. I need a new blade in my trimmer. I've just spotted how bad that is. That's terrible, Dawn. I need to get a new blade put in there. But this will be fine. So this piece isn't quite big enough. But do you remember I had some spare strips? So rather than me use another sheet, so this means I can do this out of one sheet. And then if I get a moment, I'll show you another way you can do it with the... It's not wanting to play ball this afternoon. So don't forget those offers that you've got. So your quick stick will be back in Friday. So if you order it, your order will go out after then. Prize draw, please do check your emails in case you are one of the lucky winners of our voucher for the March draw. So please do check. So see, I've used that little scrap along there because mine wasn't big enough, which is perfect. So what I will do, now we're going to stick this one on. So please check that. You've got your buy one, get one free deals as well. Remember, you've got your A6 watercolour card. So you can get 200 sheets of that for $9.99. So that works out at 5p a sheet, but I think you get your extra discount off there as well. Am I right in thinking? I think I'm right in thinking. And then you've got your stencil film as well. I'm just sticking my stick it now to the extra cover. So just take your time. Sticking that down. I'm going to take this little strip off the back now. This is like really strong red line tape, but in big A4 sheets. It's absolutely brilliant. So I'm just going to lay that out along there. Just give that a burnish so I know that's stuck down. You've got your stencil film that Claire used on Monday as well. You've got that on the buy one, get one free. You've also got the fabulous grey board that I've been using this afternoon as well. You've got that. So we just take that off there. So this is where you've got to match. You've got to match like for like, but don't worry yourself too much. It'll be fine. So I'm just tearing that end off because I'm going to do what I call angel wings. So we'll take a little piece off like this first. I'm going to turn it round this way. This is where, put it where you're comfortable with it. So I'm comfortable because I'm going to have this all lining up first here. So I've got my sticky piece off here. This isn't off yet. So what I'd like to do is the piece that I haven't got anything stuck on, line up with that edge first, and then you're going to pop, making just sure it's all lined. There we go, we're lined up there. So this hasn't got the tape off yet, this has. So now stick that one down and then take your hand carefully underneath and pull the rest of this out of the way. Now go in with your bone folder and you're going to run around the edge because you've got your grey board on the top, but you're now going to run around the edge. Okay, so it's going to create a little channel, but it means you can add grey board to your already existing memory books. Okay, so just take your time for that tape to stick. I noticed I've got, did I not take the backing off that? I did. Let me just trim that off because that's a bit too big. It does get a little bit trickier with ones you've already got. There we go, take that off. But just give that a little bit of time to go round. Now, the other thing you can also do, just to help you get this stuck down in place, if you wish, is little quilting pegs. Now these you can just hold just while it all takes and sticks. So it just adds as your extra pair of hands if you want to use quilting pegs. Okay, so that's one side, but just take your time doing your burnishing, and that is then going to give you your hard cover on your book. Okay, so just take your time with that. Now, another way you can actually do it as well, which I've started here, is your red line tape round the edge. You are then going to take your board and you would glue your board on the top, or you could put some quick stick on your board and stick down there as well. And then you're going to take another piece again with the red line tape and you're going to put that on the top. And that's exactly what I've done with this one here. So can you see, you probably see it a bit better actually with this colour. You can see that that's your board, but round the edge here it's just your two pieces of card, but it makes your project firmer. This one's all ready to go, but we've run out of time. But if I just stand that up, you can see that it's nice and sturdy. Okay, so we've got our landscape, we've got our portraits, we've got our, where did we put the other one? I'm losing things all over the place here. We've got the wraparound 8x8 one that we made as well. Okay, so you've got that one as well. And if I just bring in this project, now this is a very large album, so this isn't the Pink Frog album, this is a very large album I made at the retreat. This has got the same cover mechanism on it. Okay, and this is nice and sturdy. This is a heavy book. This has got lots of interaction going on here, but this has got that same cover. We've used the Pink Frog card as well, so we've done exactly the same, and you'll see with all your pages in, it's nice and sturdy. So don't ever be frightened not to use it. So let me turn the camera back round quickly. So you've got all those fabulous offers. Okay. Oh, I know what I was going to share with you, didn't I? See my storage down there. My messy craft room, but you can see my storage from my cardstock. So if you missed out on that Facebook Live, don't forget to check out the Facebook Lives, because it's still on there, because Kim loads all these videos up onto the Pink Frog YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to our Pink Frog YouTube channel, please do, because the more people we can get subscribed, we can start going live on there as well, and then you can watch on your big telly. That would be quite frightening actually, wouldn't it? But you could watch on your big telly. So we've done our wraparound cover, okay, with just the Pink Frog card, your grey boards, I call it chipboard, but grey board, chipboard, it's all the same, and our lovely quick stick. That quick stick is a game changer because it's all nice and smooth. So yes, Mr. Pink Frog, I need some more quick stick, please. And obviously you can do your back-to-back version on your existing albums. Just take your time and getting that to stick all the way around. Okay, so you've got that as well. And if you don't do it that way, you know you can very easily do it with your red line tape as well. Check your emails in case you're one of the prize draw winners from our March giveaway that we did. So please do check your emails. There's 3 people out there that haven't yet claimed their prize, so please do. Claire will be back with you next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Am I correct in saying, Kim? Please do just let me know. I will be back with you on the, I think it's the 16th. My diary's up there, so I couldn't tell you. So I think it's the 16th. And I'm going to be looking at, well, all I'm going to say to you is 10.5 centimetre by 30. However, we're doing a twist on it. We're going to be doing, if my camera stays put. Am I right with timings, Kimberly? Just confirm. Oh no, Claire's 4 o'clock. Wednesday, 4 o'clock. Next Wednesday, Claire's on 4 o'clock. So I'm on the following Wednesday at 4 o'clock. And just to confirm, 10.5 by 30. And I'm going to be making some little mini books. So grab your 10.5 by 30. I'm not going to share any more sneak peeks other than that. You'll have to wait and see what comes up. So thank you all very much for tuning in. Now, who prefers the total wrap round and who prefers the back-to-back? I personally prefer this one, the total wrap round. But obviously, if you've already made your books, you've got to go back-to-back. So, and don't forget those Pink Frog memory book kits. You've got a percentage off those as well, so please grab those while you can, because they make great gifts. And don't forget, with the hinge system, didn't explain that to you, with the hinge system you can do them flat for postage. So thank you all for watching. Oh, my camera's just fallen off. So, oh, we're upside down. So I better turn off because the camera's just gone AWOL. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye for now.